WVTC Radio Detroit. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, our website, www.wvtcradio.com, or download our WVTC app from the Play Store for Android users and the App Store for iPhone users. Thank you for tuning to WVTC Radio Detroit and the Community Bell Show with your host, former Wayne County Commissioner, Edna Bell. Stay tuned for insightful information Detroiters will find valuable. Text a friend and tell them to watch with you for news you can use. And now, your host, Edna Bell.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Happy Monday.
Hello, and listening audience. It's Monday at 4 o'clock, so it must be the Community Bell Show. We are so glad that everyone has joined us today. It's going to be a great show. We have a very, very special guest. You're going to just love her because I love her. She's wonderful. And the show is hers today. This is going to be Lasagna Chapel Campbell's show today. This is Monday, the Monday before Christmas, when Jesus was born, blessed us all, and he has been blessing Miss Lasagna for a lot of years and just got a new blessing this year. So we're just a happy camper, happy that she was able to join us today. And this is going to be her show. She's going to talk about whatever she wants to talk about. But before that, I have to ask some questions. So before that, I want her to tell us where Lasagna Chapel came from and how she got started. So let's start with that, Lasagna.
Wow. Well, let me first of all say thank you so much for the invitation to join you on today. I would love to just say hello and to greet you and your audience. I'm super excited to be here. And I would be remiss if I did not start by saying that, yes, this is the season of celebration. So happy holidays to everyone. So a little bit about me, how I came into being. Wow, that's a loaded question.
I know, because I know some stuff.
We can't tell it all. This ain't no tell it all. This is a community show, not a tell-all show.
Yes.
So listen, I was born and raised in Flint, Michigan. That's where I got my start. Super excited to be a native of Flint. I learned a lot growing up in Flint. I went to public school system in the city of Flint and graduated from the Flint Northwestern High School.
Wow.
Go Wildcats. Yes. Yes. So I grew up again in Flint, went to school there. And then my roots are, quite frankly, in Arkansas. So both of my parents are from Arkansas. So every summer I had the distinct pleasure and honor to go back to Luann, Smackover, El Dorado, some of them small towns that you are probably not familiar with. But I tell you, it's really where I learned a lot in terms of giving back to the community and making sure that as, I progress through life, always trying to look back, reach back, because recognizing that that's how I got my start in life with
Absolutely.
Across the community, looking back and reaching back for me. So,
and as you say that, I think back to your good friend, Miss Alicia.
Yes, Like, that's my BFF.
Your best bud, because she and her sister and her cousin went to Arkansas every year also.
Yeah.
My mother took them to Arkansas to visit her relatives every year. And so you guys have so much in common. And those little bitty small towns, Parkdale, Arkansas, population 119.
Yes. Yes. But what I loved about that is you had the opportunity to have, the city experience. But again, just to be home with family, both of my grandmothers, my grandparents were in Arkansas, and then my wonderful aunts. So my aunts were all there. My Aunt Pat, my Aunt Hattie B, they were all there in Arkansas. My Uncle James, who was a pastor there. So again, when you're in those small communities, you get to walk to the store by yourself for the first time for many of us, right?
Absolutely. Play outside with no shoes on in the dirt. And
that part in the streets because ain't no cars coming.
Nothing's coming. And Uncle Jack would pull a watermelon off the vine out right outside the door and break it open for you right in front of you, and you had fresh watermelon. So
Yes, so it was humble beginnings, but certainly a very strong foundation. You can't build a house on a weak foundation. So family is where it all started. Back in Flint by way of Arkansas.
Absolutely. Isn't that marvelous? And then from Flint and the wonderful, was it Northwestern High School?
Flint Northwestern Wildcats.
Northwestern Wildcats on to Marching 100.
Yes, from Flint to FAMU. So I graduated and then went on to Tallahassee, the highest of 7 hills in Tallahassee, Florida. Had the opportunity to study under the tutelage of the late Dr. Sybil Mobley in the School of Business at FAMU, where I majored in business administration with a minor in accounting. And I also stayed there and earned my MBA as well.
Mm-hmm. So absolutely incredible. And I'm going to tell a little secret. When they graduated from college, they immediately got on a cruise
Yes, we
and
did.
went on a cruise and said, "Gee, how does this happen?" I
Yes,
don't
we
remember
did.
that happening when I graduated.
Yes, we did. We tried to do it big. And so, of course, Alicia, Wayne County Commissioner, Alicia Bell, we were all there. We had such an amazing time. We had worked so hard, in undergraduate and then staying on for graduate school. We wanted to treat ourselves to something lovely. So I can't remember exactly how we financed the whole trip, but it probably had something to do with a little bit left over from a Pell Grant. But we did our thing. We really did. So we went to the Bahamas, had an absolutely amazing time. It was Alicia and then also two of my sorority sisters. So I am a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, pledged the Beta Alpha chapter of Delta Sigma Theta, and pledged Spring 88. And yes, you are talking to the show duck, the number 2 on that line.
Oh, my. Woo! How about that? Just how about that? Just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now, talk a little bit about what Delta does. There's something, what's in the Southfield area? You present awards every year. And what's that award you present?
Yeah, so two things. So one, as a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, we are really all about community service and finding a way to give back and enrich the lives of women, men, boys, and girls. So we've done a lot through the sorority from a community service standpoint. I also have the great fortune of sitting on the Torch of Wisdom Foundation Board of Directors, and there I serve as the programs director. And let me just tell you, my Bill, we have two amazing programs. So I'm going to invite you now to go to the Torch of Wisdom Foundation and really look up these programs. The first program is called the Learning Network. The Learning Network was actually the brainchild of Congresswoman Brenda L. Lawrence, who is also a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. But she had this vision. And at that time, the unemployment rate for youth in the state of Michigan was about 21%, extraordinarily high, one of the highest in the nation. So she said, what can we do in order to change that trajectory of our youth? And hence born the Learning Network. So we actually invite 25 high school students from across the area to participate in our program. And our whole goal is to teach them employability skills. So they have a resume writing, they have the opportunity to go through mock interviews. And so anything related to getting a job, we expose them to some of those workshops and capabilities. We have Fortune 50 leaders from some phenomenal companies coming in and actually teaching them these skills and capabilities. If I can just say this, my Belle.
Absolutely.
The students earn while they learn. So what does that mean?
There we go.
We pay them to come and to get this knowledge. Everybody is talking about it, but we actually pay the students. And so we're going to have our next class that's going to be coming up in the spring of next year. So I certainly would encourage your listeners to go to the Torch of Wisdom Foundation, Inc. and look up the Learning Network and make sure that you register your high school youth to take advantage of this amazing program whereby we actually pay them to attend. Our second program is called the Wisdom Warrior Project. And so this is an all girls program whereby we actually help the girls with their self-awareness and self-esteem. And we also teach them of the importance of giving back to the community.
Wow. That is wonderful.
Yes.
I'm writing myself a note now so I remember to have someone on from Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated from the for the Torch of Wisdom to talk about the program probably sometime in February so we can get young people ready and remind them to register and try and get involved. So we'll have someone on to talk about that program early in the year, to make sure that it's publicized, so to make sure we get some young people involved in that. That's excellent. You're Pay them while they learn. You can't.
That's right. That's right. Earn while you learn. And I'm sure our board president, Beverly Allen, would be more than willing to attend. Look at me filling her calendar. And then we also have Paulette Boggs and Whitney Lewis. They serve as our chair and our co-chair. So I'm sure we'll be able to invite them on to talk more about the program as we get closer.
That would be absolutely wonderful. And how long does the program go?
So that's a great question. So generally speaking, it's a 6-week program. So we ask students to dedicate their weekends. So we typically go from 9 to 12 or from 9 to 3, depending upon the actual segment. But then we pay them for the full time that they are there. So again, it is a tremendous opportunity for the students. I will tell you this, on the first day, don't nobody want to be there. Everybody mad, lips twisted, just sad and sagging because their mama made them come.
Yes.
By the end of the program, once they realize that if they don't show, they don't get paid, they waking the mamas and the daddies up to say, I gotta be here.
That's quite an incentive. Yes, yes. Dollars always will incent people to show up. How much do they get paid?
Yeah, that's a great question. So they get paid $50 per segment. So over the course of 5 weeks, they have the opportunity to earn up to $250. However, I will say we also have a pitch contest where they have the opportunity to develop their own business idea, and they present it to a panel of judges. And depending upon their assignment, we've had individuals to win up to $750 per winner, and that's the first place. And then typically we have a second for $500, and then the third place is generally $250. So we've issued out those awards individually, and we've done it as a team as well. So there are lots of opportunities.
That's incredible.
Yes, yes, and yes. So I see someone is asking the name of the organization. It's called the Torch of Wisdom Foundation. The Torch of Wisdom Foundation is the name of the organization where you can go to find out more about the Learning Network and find out more about the Wisdom Warrior Project.
Oh, that's incredible. That's incredible. We just have to make sure we get young people to the project.
Yes.
That's the real key.
Yeah.
And, and this is one of the things that sometimes bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
We know our children are going to be there.
Yes.
Well, our friends' children are going to be there.
Yes.
I get concerned about those babies who need to be there more than our children need to be there.
Yes.
How do we get those parents to get involved enough to even apply? How do we get them engaged enough to make them know that their children need this?
Yes. My Bill, that's a great question, because one of the visions for the Torch of Wisdom Foundation is how do we expand our reach to those children who are at risk, underrepresented children, because the program is phenomenal. I will tell you that this year we had the great fortune and we earned a grant from Ford Motor Company. It's a $25,000 grant. And so we're looking to really expand our reach. They've made it possible for us to put iPads in the hands of children, for children who don't necessarily have transportation. Of course, with Ford Motor Company being a transportation icon, there's an opportunity for us even to provide transportation to our youth. So I hope your listeners will reach out into their networks and invite at-risk and underrepresented youth to join these phenomenal programs that, again, they're ran by executives from Fortune 50 companies. And so, again, just having access to the talent that exists, I think we'd love to expand our reach. And with the help of you and your audience, we certainly hoping you can help us to do that.
We will certainly try to do that. It's interesting you mentioned Ford Motor Company.
Yes.
Sandy Rose, the owner of this company, is an employee at Ford Motor Company. She's the one who handles all of their special events and conferences and all of that kind of good stuff. Sandy, are you listening? Are you there? because Sandy is very much, and there she is. Are you listening, Miss Sandy? Join us.
I am.
But Sandy handles special events and conferences, and I mean, all over the country and the world. She's the one that's putting all that stuff together so that it works right.
Not just me.
Well, you and your team, how's that? So I know you heard Lasagna say that Ford Motor Company gave them a $25,000 grant, which is incredible.
Amen.
To help us, and I really want to try, as you say, reach out, and get some of those children whose parents are not going to be as engaged. Get them somehow. I'm working with a group now called Helping Kids Go to School. It's a nonprofit organization, and our goal is to help kids go to school.
Yes.
We're trying to help reduce the absenteeism rate in DPS. And as a part of doing that, we're working with the parents. Because the parents are the ones we've got to get to.
Yes.
To get to the kids, because the kids can't do it on their own.
That's right.
So we have got to get to the parents and make them know how important it is, and then try to help provide them with whatever resources they need to help them get those kids to school. So if it's transportation, if it's clothing, if it's food, whatever it is, what we're trying to do is help provide those services to them so that they can help the babies come to school. It is incredible. The absenteeism rate is absolutely it's off the charts.
Yeah, and I think
COVID has had something to do with it, but it was off the charts before, and now it's just absolutely ridiculous. And so we've got to find a way to encourage and help these parents help their children. That's the goal.
Yeah, and especially now, right? With, to your point, being in this environment that we're in, but it's just so great to have companies like, Ford Motor Company or like the Filmer Foundation. They want to see these children excel, and now we have to be about our business, about bringing awareness to these programs, such that our kids can have access to some of these phenomenal resources that are being presented our way.
Yes. And don't get me wrong. I want my 3 grandchildren to have as much access as they can get. But they're going to get it.
That's right.
There are babies out there who are not going to get it, who won't have a clue, whose parents won't have a clue. We've got to penetrate that market.
Yes.
We got to get some of those babies into some of these programs. And so that is something that we all need to continue to work hard to try and do it. So I'm looking forward to working with the Torch of Wisdom Foundation come spring to see if we can find at least one baby from the Lower East Side or Southwest Detroit or Brightmoor or somewhere.
That's right.
Parents probably want to help their child and don't know how.
Yeah, and
information.
Yeah, and we have to take some of this on, ourselves, because I love the program, the radio show that we're on right now. It provides an opportunity for listeners really to get this information. But again, we just can't sit on the information. We have to take the information back to our churches, to our places of employment. We need to go to the community centers, because not everyone has access to a computer. So those of us who have access, we have to make it our bona fide business to be able to reach out and share programs like helping
kids go to school,
or the Learning Network with the Torch of Wisdom Foundation. We have to be more proactive. What happened during the day when we didn't have social media, right? We used to walk, right? Our parents had to walk a mile or two just to get the word out.
Yes. Walk and ride the bus.
Yes.
I remember riding the bus down Grand River to Michigan Bell Telephone Company.
Yes.
So yes.
There's just so many opportunities.
Down the street to the Oakland office. So we thought nothing of it. It was just that was just what you did. Thought nothing of it.
Because it needed to be done. That's
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we've got to try to get back to some of those kinds of things. We have to do that. Okay, so Lasagna, 2 books. Talk to us about your books. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you. So blessed that I had the opportunity to meet the visionary for the anthologies that I've been a part of. So the first one I'm super excited about, and I'll spend the most time here. First of all, let me tell you, you can go to lasagnacampbell.com, and the first book is called Soul Talk Volume 3. Yes, I just happen to have a copy nearby.
Very good. Good
Yes. It really is a book for everyone. It's an anthology whereby 21 authors we've come together in order to talk a little bit about some of the challenges and some of the obstacles that we had to overcome in life. And like many of your listeners, sometimes these obstacles, they're tragic. And of course, the enemy is trying to knock you out and knock you off of your place in life. But these visionaries, storytellers, authors, we've all come together to talk about at some point, you just have to let go and let God.
Yes.
And if you let go and let God, he will fight the battle for you. But you have to trust in him with all thine heart in all thine ways and allow him to direct your path. So that is the book. Both of the books are soul stirring stories that actually get at that. My specific chapter is entitled I Faint Not. So I open up and share some very difficult challenges that I was exposed to as a young child in terms of almost being raped, and then unfortunately moving on later in life, and then having to cross that barrier in life because I was raped, unfortunately and sadly. But with that being stated, the devil thought he had me, but again, by the grace of God, I was able to overcome. I always say showed up and showed out because what God has done in my life. And so I talk a little bit about that journey. And for those single women out there, let me tell you, I dropped some nuggets in that book because I was 50 before I was married. So super excited that again, at the age of 50, I met and fell in love with the love of my life. So I offer you some pearls, some wisdom, some nuggets that even having gone through that tragedy, God blessed me with an amazing husband, Mr. Daryl Campbell.
All right. And where did you meet Mr. Campbell?
Come on, at Triumph Church.
All right. You had to get that in there.
Yes, we met at Triumph Church. Now, since I got the microphone, I'm saying I was there doing the Lord's business, but somebody was looking at me as I was doing the Lord's business. And as a byproduct, here we are today. Mr. and Mrs. established 81818 for 3 years. We've been married now, my Belle.
Oh, is it 3 years? How time flies when you're having fun.
I know. So I just so blessed. But that's really what both of the books are about. So again, you can go to lasagnacampbell.com. I would ask you to also follow me on Facebook, Lasagna Campbell Speaks, Instagram, Lasagna Campbell Speaks. Again, the books are designed to be a motivator. So as you go through this holiday season and you're looking for stocking stuffers or something that you want to bless the people you love with, I tell you, it's a phenomenal book. And I just say mad kudos to Cheryl Pillow, Dr. Cheryl Pillow Williamson, who is the visionary. And I'm also super excited to say that Cent Williams, who is the CEO of the Dallas Mavericks, she actually wrote the foreword to the book. So again, Cent Marshall, I said Cent Williams, but my best friend is Cynthia Williams. But Cent Marshall, CEO of the Dallas Mavericks, actually wrote the foreword.
Wow.
Yeah, so please bless someone.
Absolutely. I want you to talk about that book because it's absolutely a wonderful book. People need to get a copy, Bless someone you love with the copy, and even if it's not someone you don't love, bless them too, because they probably need the blessing. So
That part, that part,
and they will love you once they get it.
that part. And my Bill, what's so interesting about the book is that I never intended on that journey, and I will tell you that. It has really been a blessing to me because so many women have come to me. I'm talking about Black women, white women, Latino women, just women all across the board have come to me and opened up, and they shared their intimate journeys. And so with that as kind of a backdrop, it's really been a conversation starter. And in fact, one reader actually came to me and said, thank you for writing this book, because I too had to cross that journey. And what it did was I gave the book to my daughter. She read the book. And what it did for myself and my daughter is it allowed me to have a conversation with her about rape. And again, she said, without that book, I'm not really sure I would have had the courage to embark on that subject, with her, because after her reading the book, she actually came to me and shared with me her own journey. So Wow. It was a mother and a daughter able to have a conversation about an unfortunate and tragic experience, but also they were able to learn from each other and again, prove that sometimes you just got to let go and let God, and He will turn that thing around.
You got to let go and let God. As they say, if you're going to pray about it, let it go. If you're not going to let it go, don't pray about it.
That's right.
Let God have it, let Him have it. And you stop worrying about it.
That's right. That's right. And that's what the book is designed to do. It's entitled Soul Talk. It's Soul Talk, Volume 3. And again, to me, when I can get testimonies like that, whereby women and girls are opening up and they're talking about their journey and just having real conversations, right? Real conversations. To me, I think that if it touches one reader, and it's, obviously it has, to me, that was the ultimate goal and the focus of being a part of this anthology.
That's incredible. And so the first book is Soul Talk.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the second book is what's the second one?
Yes, and the second one is another book, a part of the Soul Talk series. And in that book, and again, go to the website. It's actually going to be published on my website, starting in January. But the essence of that, the story that I write in this anthology, I talk about finances. And the title of the chapter is "Don't Rob God."
Yes,
and I'm real open with readers as I talk about just my financial journey. I would share in the book whereby I remember my first home, my interest rate was 10.5%.
I remember.
It was toe up from the flow up. You hear me? But I go through and I talk about just the importance of making sure that you pay your tithes and give your offerings to God, and highlighting the fact that if you don't pay your tithes and your offerings, I don't care how much you think you saving, that money ain't gonna never do nothing for you. So again, that's just one of the testimonies that I offer up, and just encourage each of you to just be a cheerful giver. So again, this is the second book that's a part of the Soul Talk series. Again, having the opportunity to partner with Cheryl Pelote Williamson has been absolutely amazing. So go to the website. That second book will be on the website as we start the new year. But certainly, it's been a pleasure just to be able to share my experiences, to share my pain, and to give women and men out there hope to say that, you know what? It may be bad. It may feel really bad. And you may think that you are at the end of the road. But I'm here to tell you that I serve a God who will move mountains. He sits high and He looks low. And He will take your test and turn it into a testimony and take your mess and turn it into a message. That's
I love
exactly what he did for me.
I love it. Now I'm going to get a little personal now because you talked about houses. I want the first house she's talking about. Everybody, this is not just a little house. This is not a little, as they say, little house.
Mm-hmm.
How big was that house, Lasagna?
So, well, my first house was a medium-sized house, and that was a townhome. And again, with the blessing of God, it is about a total of 10,000 square feet, with including the basement. But again, I put it out there to say it's not me. It's God.
But I say that to say that she has a house that is just incredible. That's the Super Bowl party house. And the other party house. 10,000 square feet. And it's gorgeous.
Yes. But we're going
God blessed her.
He did. Yes, he did. Well, we're going to be leaving here.
I know.
So we're going to be moving. So we're looking for another home. We're going to be transitioning to Tampa, Florida. So I think some folks know I have been blessed to work with Pfizer. Somebody said, "Tell us about your new job."
Yes, that's what I want to hear about.
Yes. So currently, I just recently I've been with Pfizer for years now. So I started I started in sales training. I've been in operations, business operations, and then most recently I had the opportunity to lead 6 states as a sales leader. Most recently, I accepted a role to actually launch a new sales division within Pfizer. It's going to be an inside sales team whereby we'll have offices in Tampa as well as in Lake Forest, Illinois. And so we'll have the opportunity to educate healthcare professionals on our products, to talk to them about appropriate uses as well as inappropriate uses for our products. Yes. So I am super excited and honored to be in a position to stand up this new capability for Pfizer.
And you say brand new operation. How many people are going to be in this operation?
Yeah, so right now the numbers are still going north, so we don't have our final numbers as of yet. But what I can say is that we are actually hiring. So for those of you who have your 4-year degree, I will tell you it is an amazing career opportunity. So go to Pfizer.com. Click on careers and all of the Pfizer jobs will come up across the globe. But if you're specific in joining Pfizer Connect, which is our inside sales team, then you would go to Pfizer.com and then go to the search bar, put in Pfizer Connect, 2 words. And then when you go to Pfizer Connect, all of the jobs will come up and look for inside sales. And again, we're hiring, and I will tell you, it is a phenomenal company to work for. The benefits are second to none. So we do have a 401k matching opportunity with the company. Our health benefits are second to none, both health, dental, and vision. And if you are in a job and you are looking to transition to a career, this is a phenomenal opportunity. And if you are in a career and like Beyonce say, you're looking to be upgraded, I would welcome you to post for one of our positions at Pfizer.com.
Wonderful. Yes. Okay, the first thing they're going to ask is, how much money am I going to make in one of these in this position?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So I will say probably total compensation, the minimum is going to be somewhere around $80,000. That's the minimum. And again, based upon your skills, your capabilities, and some of your past experiences, that's going to dictate the overall salary. But I'm here to tell you, it is not it's a real deal. Let me just say that. So some folks come over here talking about they got a job and it ain't really an opportunity. This is a career. It is a life-changing opportunity. I've been with Pfizer now since 1996-ish. And I will tell you, I've had a wonderful journey working for the company. So again, if you're looking to make a difference in the lives of patients, this is the company for you. Our purpose blueprint is simple. It's breakthroughs that change patients' lives. So despite what people say about pharmaceutical companies, I can attest to you that we work for a company that is focused on patients and doing the right thing for patients. And so again, we don't just tell you where to use our products, we also tell you inappropriate uses as well. So again, if you love patients and you're, as my new boss would say, if you are wildly obsessed with patients and customers, this is a place for you.
Oh, this is it. Well, I got the Pfizer vaccine.
Oh,
all three of them.
Yes.
So I like Pfizer.
Yes. So we're super excited.
I'm all in with Pfizer, and now they're taking care of one of my babies. Oh, they're my company. Yes.
It's an amazing company, focused, on it truly focused on the patients, everything we do. I'll tell you guys this little insider is that we would have meetings and we would actually take a red chair and sit the red chair at every meeting we were having across the world. And so, folks who came in and didn't know the Pfizer culture, they'd say, what's that red chair all about? And it was a reminder for us that everything we do has to focus on the patient. So that red chair was symbolic of the patient. So anything you said, anything you did, if you did it in the presence of the patient. So all of our decisions are truly made upon doing the right thing for the health and care and the well-being of mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers all across the world.
Oh my goodness, that is so marvelous. Thank you so much
for
joining me today. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to have you back when you're in Tampa, because we can do this virtually. I'll have to have you back and you can talk about how that new position is going and all those folks you're going to be hiring and all this new stuff you're going to do. And I'll just have to come down there and stake out my room in the house, because I know
you got a room, my Belle. You are welcome. You are welcome to Tampa at any time. And if I could just say one thing, because I know you brought up the vaccine, I would just say go to Pfizer.com. Obviously, I can't spend any time talking about the vaccine, but what you can do is go to Pfizer.com if you're interested in learning more about Pfizer's vaccine, or of course you can Google to learn about all the other pharmaceutical companies and the vaccines that are out there. But if I can say this, just get vaccinated. Again, I'm not here to advocate for one vaccine over the other, but what I am here to say is that there are a lot of myths. There's a lot of misinformation out there about
and out loud lies.
And
lies.
And you have to educate yourself, because some of the main people who are saying don't take the vaccine, if you peek under the hood, they've taken it. They've taken
the vaccine, and some of them have bought stock in Pfizer.
That's right.
Because there's Pfizer stock shot up.
Yeah.
So some of those folks are getting paid because they bought stock. So don't listen to the foolishness, people. Please vaccinated.
Just get vaccinated and
save your lives and the lives of your loved ones.
That's right. And whether it's Johnson & Johnson or Moderna or Pfizer, talk to your healthcare provider. Your healthcare provider can guide you and provide you with the necessary information in order to be able to make an informed decision. And I say that again as a community leader, that again, just be informed, make a decision, not in isolation. Don't make a decision based upon
What somebody else said. When he said, she said.
Please don't. Please go to your doctor, go to your healthcare professional, and talk to them about the road that you need to journey as it relates, because this new variant is real.
Yes,
it's
take
real.
care of yourselves, everyone. Let's thank Lasagna Chapel Campbell for being with us today. The new national director of what is it?
National Business Director with
National
Pfizer
Business
Connect.
Director of Pfizer Connect, Miss Lasagna Chapel Campbell. We are so glad to have had you with us. You have been a blessing. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next few months.
I love you, my Bill. Thank you for the opportunity.
You, everyone. Go listen to the information that has been shared with you today. So important. So important. Buy the book, Torch of Wisdom, get vaccinated. Praise God.
Amen. Come on,
that's all we need to do. So that's what we need to do. Thank you, Lasagna. Happy holiday, Merry Christmas, happy holiday to you and your wonderful husband. Everyone listening, audience, this is our last show for the year. Be blessed. Thank you to all of you for being such faithful listeners. We appreciate you. We love you. On behalf of WVTC Radio Detroit, have a wonderful, blessed holiday season. Take care.
I love you.
Thank you for listening to Community Bell with your host, former Wayne County Commissioner Edna Bell. This broadcast was brought to you by WVTC Radio Detroit. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, our website, www.wvtcradio.com, or download our WVTC app from the Play Store for Android users and the App Store for iPhone users. If you've enjoyed this broadcast, tell a friend to tune in. We'll see you next Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern to the Community Bell Show, right here on WVTC Radio Detroit. You're listening to WVTC Gospel Radio Detroit.